Hi, teammates. I think I got something here to go along with the question. This isn't official, but we're all fairly certain, I know that we are, that it is the clown as it is the question. So I'm not going to debate that. And I found something on the History Channel that they covered tonight called the Ctenophora. Okay, and talking about the aura, like the presence or whatever. So OPH we know is Sean Powell, so I got that on there. That's from Meet the Parents reference, and I broke it all down. Edgar Allan Poe, Euphrates, Allan Poe, and basically what you get is predator symbolism with Carl Weathers being shown there as the Ed Lee call in. Like he was the one that got the rescue team to be as the assassins and go into the forest and get killed by the predator basically. So the Ed of that is then Predator 2. So I looked at Calvin Lockhart, and he played King Willie. And if you break down all of his stuff, you get Locke, which is like the magnet. And this is for as BC Pyramid Builder, the first incarnation of the question. So, and this is all possible, it could change, but this looks pretty promising. Calvin is a guy I swam with, and he was a singer, and I'm pretty sure he was gay or bi or something, but when I was swimming in his lane one time doing a set, we were pulling, and I had on my blades. I called them the blades paddles because they looked like kind of like blades. They were shaped differently than others. And he hit me, it seemed like as hard as he could in my hand, and we were just swimming, and I didn't stop or anything, and he didn't stop, so I just kept going. But because that would happen all the time. But man, it was crazy. Like it was a bad sting, And so it's kind of like the blade symbolism there. And then heart is clothes, like dry cleaning, and that's as voodoo for Nicky Jr. in Casino. Nicky Jr. played baseball, and then Nicky Sr. was killed by the baseball bat. Joe Pesci. And that's the clot because Nicky Jr. said that the bad food clogs up your arteries or whatever. That was a quote from Nicky Jr. And then he S is as Brock the Rock. Brock the Rock is 3. C, he, okay, S. That's my first flock that I ever had, basically. That was Brock the Rock. And my channel was, Brock the Rock was a little bit trippy, that channel started in around 2014 and went until early 2015. It ended on probably early June 2015. And it was trippy, like I said, and my brother gave me an iPad when I was at Lindsey Wilson a couple years earlier, and I used that iPad for the videos, and the iPad had on it a picture of Ari from Entourage, and as Jeremy, like he was played by Jeremy Piven, and it was from him from Entourage, Ari Gold, and so that's that, and I had a flock at probably just a small flock, and I covered a lot of ground, but I messed up a lot, and I sang a lot, like I did raps and stuff. So I had Jowls 92. He mentioned me in a couple videos that he was watching my videos, but and then he disappeared, and he was French, and after I got back from a dark place, he was gone, so that was kind of weird. And then okay, so that's the BC Pyramid Builder. All that right there is Edgar Allan Poe, and then the OEE of that, OEEUPH, is Saturnin Fabry. Okay, because he was all work and no play, basically. And that's also represented by the R there, which is Running Man as John Locke. He was in the Hellraiser pit with John for a lifetime, and then as H for 4 days, Jack Daniels, okay, which was Saturn and Fabry. That's a Shining reference. So, and then 3, Danny Ocean, Dan NY is the iPad, okay, which is Lee O'Neill, okay, and then Davin Key is my mom had a goiter when I was young, and then she had something going on with her neck and had a big scar on her neck around like the West Point time, and the Sawzall Blade incident is kind of connected to her a little bit. I don't know how much, but that would be the O'Keen there. And I've seen this before. This isn't the first time I've seen it connected to my mom, but I've seen it connected to my dad too. And that's that neck scarring there. But yeah, so basically this shows that the Guillotine French and Church 2, which is probably they're black, are in the pit, Revelation 9, and that they are as judges for the time that's coming. And this Ctenophora shows the aura there. That would explain the aura, because all this built up here would be that aura. And, it's interesting. So just wanted to touch on it. It was a lot of information to touch on, but I wanted to get it out there. And Leonardo da Vinci is Uzziah is what that shows. So, and if you look at his later life, he shows that symbolism of being the leper. It all shows, but it's symbolically, it's spiritually. So, and he created a lion that had lilies out of its chest, and that was probably right after that was the time that he went into the temple, and